For those who didn't grow up in the 90s, the Pokemon universe is a dark, twisted place where schooling is held in such contempt that parents would rather their children roam the land attacking each other with wild animals before heading to the gym. But enough about daily life in South London. I want to talk about detective merchandise sales because I was actually quite impressed. Not because it's being described as the best video game movie ever, because that bar's so low it can be reached by each screening burning down the auditorium. No, I was surprised because, well, this is a good film. Not a great one, but a good one. But a good film which, in and of itself, stands alone. No setting up 15 other films or being constrained by 15 previous films, but an actual good standalone film. I mean, I thought they'd all gone extinct. It's not perfect. Its hero, played by Justice Smith, not one of Will Smith's, I checked, is called Tim for one, which is possibly the least heroic name ever, and as such will be called Clint Thrust from this point on. Clint teams up with a female reporter who wants to prove that even though she's really, truly, insanely badly written, she has a purpose in this film beyond pleasing creepy fanboys. However, it's not to give Clint someone to share action sequences with either, as that goes to the person who steals the show. Ryan Reynolds as an amnesiac, coffee-addicted Pikachu who promptly steals the show along with every other walking toy. I mean, Pokemon. Because the big success story of this film isn't Clint's attempt to find out what's happened to his dad. It certainly isn't trying to spot the villain, unless you've never seen a film before. It's not even really the fact that this film sort of confirms that Home Alone exists in the Pokemon universe. It's firstly the fact that this feels like a world, with a history and stories different to ours, that seems to actually exist rather than being a collection of set pieces and dialogue scenes. Secondly, despite the fact that the CGI varies from the amazing to the clearly running out of budget, the Pokemon themselves are amazing, unique and colourful. Also, they're not so overdone as to send anyone over the age of 12 into the nearest bar for help, which was a serious weakness of the original film. Seriously, if your parents took you to see that in the cinema, then firstly, you need to call them more, and secondly, you have no idea how truly, deeply loved you are because that thing is unwatchable. It's got good pacing, a few fun twists, and it was a fun place to spend 100 minutes reliving my childhood. It's not perfect though, not by a long shot. The first 2 minutes need to go. Not tinkered with or altered, they just need to go. Along with 20% of the dialogue, giving Clint and all his friends more depth than a jelly baby that's recently had an argument with a steamroller would be amazing, as with just one simple practical effect. Is that really too much to ask in a $150 million film? Also, making the script seem slightly less like it had been sitting on a shelf since 1995 and then was made as was, wouldn't have hurt. Is this the best video game movie ever? Yes. Until that Doom movie comes out, yes. Is it a masterpiece? God no. It's a good, fun diversion and an interesting fresh look into an old property that I have absolutely no intention of watching ever again. So, if nothing else is on and you feel nostalgic, check this out. Otherwise, just don't bother. But what did you guys think? And which Pokemon did you choose in the original Game Boy games? Comment below, let me know. I'm Daniel, it's been a dunking. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share and subscribe.